That was like the best clap you've ever done.
Wow.
It felt like a flashback.
Yeah. Did that open your ear?
Yeah, I've actually got hearing now.
Holy sheesh. Well, good afternoon, morning, evening, or night, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to episode 356 of the JAR Media Podcast. I'm not your host, Jamie, joined by my not either host, James, who just waved and quietly said, yep, he said he's not the host. But to my right is host.
I wish I had like a big curtain. I could...
Like to open and everyone goes, yeah, woo. And then you put in the claps like the good old days.
Yeah, that was good.
Those were the good old days.
That was that awesome intro where you green screened going and sitting down.
Yeah, that was fire. Yeah, with the applause as well. Really cool.
Well, as one of those pop stars said, we live for the applause.
We do. So everyone at home listening, at the end of this episode, I want a big round of applause.
Yeah, give us loads of like attention and compliments. Be nice to us.
But like actual physical applause in your home or on the bus or wherever you're listening. We need it for our fragile egos.
Session, your goon setup.
Is a giblet something or is a goblet something or are they both something?
Giblets are like the bits of chicken, aren't they, that you don't...
Oh, giblet.
Yeah.
But giblet.
Is that spelled with a J or a G?
Both. Depends when you're from.
Right.
When and where you're from.
Giblets,
and
giblets.
Well, if enough people say giblets instead of giblets for long enough, then the dictionary will change.
Giblets.
Not true. It's the whole gifing, isn't it?
No. Because there's a correct answer there, man.
Yeah, there is a correct answer, and it's not the one the creator thinks.
Agreed. I agree with you on that.
Just GIF.
Yeah. GIF. Maybe he's French.
Which is like enough reason to instantly devalidate his...
Fun fact, while we're on the topic of French, the letter G turns up in 0 words in the French language.
And do you know what G stands for?
Good. Yeah, because there's a total lack of goodness in France.
That's not true, though.
Gay.
That is not true. I'll be on the side of the French here. They have the south coast, and that is actually like a really nice part of France.
This is one of those things where, like, I see the JAR demographics, right? So I see who the listeners are, like where they are in the world. I don't feel any guilt about talking bad about France because there's no French listeners. So who cares?
We've purged them over the years.
It's definitely no French. No, there was. I'm pretty sure some jarling said that they are a French listener.
There will be one or two will come crawling out of the woodwork right now because they're saying it. But otherwise,
I think they're using a VPN to say that in England or Germany, so because they're too ashamed of being in France, being French.
Yeah, it's mostly Americans, Australians, Canadians, Brits, obviously. Maybe there's something binding all that together.
The English language.
Yeah, we're gonna start paying for full-time bibliothekers.
AI dubbing. We're gonna AI dub every other language.
Oh, that's not a bad idea. Okay. Cancel those jobs. We were going to employ hundreds of people to start a whole new ecosystem.
I opened a YouTube short or whatever while I was doing a poop, and it was an AI voice of Steve Carell, like introducing it, and then it changed to a different celebrity AI voice. And I'm like, this is...
See, I got an advert the other day of who's the giant buff dude in like Crackdown and 99 Brooklyn Drive or whatever.
Terry
Crews.
Oh, it wasn't Crackdown.
It was this advert, and it was Terry Crews that was like, all right, guys, I'm going to let you in on this secret YouTube money-making scheme. You just need to follow the link. And it was all Terry Crews saying it with, like, his face was on it and everything, like, poorly lip-synced with the stuff this robot Terry Crews was saying. And they were using Terry Crews' voice and likeness to sell a scam about making money on YouTube. And it was like an official advert.
I've seen one of those with Joe Rogan.
Mm-hmm.
It's like,
there's loads.
I just found a fix for snoring. It's one of these. Yeah. That's all like very cheekily edited. But before we get too deep into the show, let's shout out those Jar Media patrons over at Patreon who make the audio version of the show possible and get their names read out in the first or second week of each and every month. You would have missed the December's one because we did that last episode, but there's always next month, and then the month after that, and
there
then
will
the
be a
month following.
delay on the one for January as well. Because we're doing a little bit of a bulk record because it is the festive season.
It is the festive season, and I think we're all feeling a little bit festively plump, a little bit festively tired.
I'm not festive. I'm doing festively plump or tired.
I'm festively plump.
I'm excited for the festivities.
Every year in summer, I'm like, man, healthy eating is so easy. I love healthy eating.
I'm just starting to like lean into that now. Where I'm just like, you know what, winter, just be tubby.
Yeah.
Down.
Well, that's because then winter comes around, and I'm like, just this one pack of gummies, just these 10 packs of snakes.
I just want to be outside less, whereas I want to be outside more when there's sun.
Yeah.
But I will say there's more to it than that, because obviously we live in a capitalist society. The varieties of chocky, biscuits.
We like our confectionery here.
It goes insane. And when you know, where I work, there's always some like chocolate or something going around.
Yeah.
So there's no point even attempting to eat good. Just, you have to.
You have lower energy because it gets to like 3 o'clock and it starts getting dark. You're like, well, guess I'll just eat some yummy chocky and get all warm and not move. How about that?
Like, would you, talking about that, would you like to tell the viewers and the listeners what happened to the rest of the KFC bucket full of gummies?
Oh man. So to fill the KFC bucket that was featured in the Sleepy episode last week, to fulfill this worm idea, we needed to buy 10 bags of worms, which probably sounds like nothing to Americans because you can probably get like a bag of gummy worms.
There's like a kilogram.
2 buckets.
They probably come in a bucket already, but that's how many we had to buy to fill that bucket.
And like let's say on the nutritional facts, like a bag is usually, you're saying 60 to 70 grams of sugar per bag. Yeah, that's probably a waffing.
And I estimated on the day of recording 5 bags were eaten.
Yeah, between us 3, which is bag and a half each. It's quite good.
Yeah. Then I guess just over the next 2 days, I just ate them all. Yeah.
No, it wasn't. You said it was one day.
I ate most of them, but then they were enough for like a little handful. On that last day, and they were getting a bit stale by then.
Did they go stale?
I didn't expect it. Like normally they're so like glistening and juicy,
Yeah.
when they've been out.
When they dried and it's kind of like
they're like getting a little bit dry. With an inner goo. No film.
in a goo.
No inner goo, no film.
How did you feel?
Felt awful, obviously. Just a horrendous amount of sugar.
Well, yeah, because I think I did mention when we were recording what I'd eaten that day, and it was like from start to finish was just like cakes, brownies, pancakes, just garbage.
You
I got
had a lot more
home
than
after doing jar.
Well, you also ate half a cake.
Yeah, after eating the gummy worms as well.
Yeah.
And then I got home and it was just like, got into bed at 9 o'clock and it was like, I'm gonna die. I can't exist. I feel like my body's shutting down one by one. And I hit a wall so severe, it literally sent me from fully awake to asleep in like 2 minutes.
Well, maybe that's the strat. If you're struggling with sleep, overload on the worms.
It was a poisonous concoction. Because it's like coffee swirling with KFC, swirling with gummy worms, swirling with cake, swirling with pastry, pancakes. Yeah.
Yeah, how is your bowel supposed to turn that into like a somewhat pleasant
Mm.
There's no pleasantries to that. No, because of that extremities, there was no poo.
But speaking of that previous
It
episode,
was locked in.
that previous episode,
still there.
the Sleepy episode, people liked it, man.
Really?
We can address some of the feedback in the housekeeping segment when we round off those conversations from the previous episode, like this one from Johnny Stevens 1248. Already can tell this will be a classic, to which Morgan Freeman 2102 replied saying Snuggle Brothers better than normal episodes, saying it now. Wow.
I agree.
Did they say that before or after watching it?
I don't know, man. That's a good question.
Because like I think it's inherently like more likable, when you look at the thumbnail, when you look at the name, when you look at like the first part of the video, you see what's going on.
Yeah.
That's a more enjoyable, immediate, like...
Is there something to be said about, I don't know,
cuddling?
sometimes the cuddling, but also just the environment.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's not like we planned anything out really.
No, we just
Just lay down and see what kind of cuddly antics appears.
Yeah, it totally changes the tone and your behaviour when you're lying in bed.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Completely.
You get that.
I'm more comfortable, because you're.
It was
almost
very
more,
comfortable.
You're almost more vulnerable, but you're almost not because you're in a blanket. So any emotions you have are like instantly validated, and people can't judge you because you're in a blanket.
Yeah, you're snuggled up.
And like
Snuggled up.
you stay focused on what you're talking about because you're just like staring in space into like the ceiling. Like, you don't have to like look at people or see all the lights and stuff that's going on. But
I would, if I had to choose that as the main format of JAR going forward, I would, but I know it would devalue it.
that's the thing. It does have a certain panache.
It's like a novelty allure.
Being on that one episode, and there's always other gimmicks we can try.
We have to kind of expand on the bed one, and we have to do it.
We still want to do the true upside down one. We
Like
just need
really
to
actually do it. Like go purple from like
duct tape
So,
a whole set to the ceiling.
just duct tape like one of us to the wall with a mic on it.
Well, there's that famous image of the gamers who duct tape that guy to the ceiling.
Let's
You know that image?
Let's see Counter-Strike LAN party.
Yeah. Legendary.
God, I must have had to use so much
If
tape.
they can do it back in 2000,
No,
I'm
but
sure
which
duct
one
tape
of us would get
tactics-
chosen to be the?
I reckon you.
Why me?
It would require the least duct tape. You're the lightest.
Yeah, it's just whoever goes by weight, I guess.
See, that's quite mean.
Why does that mean?
It's not my fault I'm the lightest. I got the fattest nuts though.
That may be.
That's not even true.
But you refuse to prove it. So
Well, these other jarlings didn't refuse to prove it with their comments, like this one from Miniature Ranny. Snogglecast was a rousing success. Don't bore me down to my horse and cart, brother, is an all-time James quote for the ages. Good work, Jar. Cohen Bezeg said, glad to see stuff like this in the age of wokeness.
nice.
And then there were a couple comments that I wanted to address. And it's something I had to do. It was an executive decision I felt I had to make. Because there are a few little details, right? What you can be? Oh, you got the ash. You got the coffee ash. But yeah, we can introduce this from Jack's Kangaroo. Do you need some more to have this?
Thank you.
Yeah, Jack's Kangaroo says, fantastic episode, boys. Next time, tell James to put some pants on. And Vishal Kalacharan 7710 said, dude, what the WTF? Are you not wearing any underwear?
So I was wearing I was wearing Alex's booty shorts.
Yeah, James and I had to put like shorts on because that duvet is like not my regular duvet. It's like my backup, like
Winter.
extra warm, like really thick duvet. So James was doing the classic stick one leg out to cool down technique.
Yeah, in the booty shorts.
But of course it was like such a high camera, quite a like vulnerable angle.
Where it showed the inner thigh going down to the
so it was
golden
like-
throne.
Yeah, so I made the executive decision to put a censored bar over the worst of it.
But there was nothing.
really?
You couldn't actually see anything.
You couldn't actually see anything,
there was
but I just
nothing
felt like
My
gotta
sussy
protect
thighs
James.
were.
Yeah.
James's dignity for this one.
Hey,
But people were asking, hey, just why don't you put the uncensored version on Patreon? It's like, I could do. Like, I
If
still got
James
the
wants.
files.
It's kind of a miracle there wasn't a slippage.
Yeah, because of course I went through, edited the whole thing. There was no moment where anything
Not even
could
a
actually
bit
be
of
seen.
testy
No,
skin.
it was came close, but there was no cigar, you know.
not yet.
And the same Jack's Kangaroo replied to their comment saying, the worm segment is the hardest I've laughed since designed with an island in mind. And what was the worm segment?
Well,
When you get the worms out.
the whole when we.
I thought we were just eating worms through the whole thing. I
No,
don't
it gets to a point and you're like, I've got some worms in a...
know. Okay, I guess it was just a complete non sequitur. And the last comment I want to address is this one from Neutral Guy 00. I want to see the Madagascar prequel, where the Jar Boys parachute onto the island and turn into the Skeleton King, Julian points at.
Who's the Skeleton King?
Do you remember? They go to that plane and there's like skeleton.
Ah.
Yeah. And speaking of Madagascar, that's kind of one of my topics. Not Madagascar, but something tangential to Mad. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
There's a couple of actually animated craziness going on right now, because Kung Fu Panda 4 also has a trailer, which has some controversy, which I don't know if you guys want to talk about, but I'm more interested in talking about the wild right now. Okay?
The wild.
So, and this randomly came up because of a JARCast I recorded, where I was reminded of this film, The Wild, which is, it looks like Disney's Madagascar, but it came out a full year after Madagascar, so it had all the wind taken from its sails and was like a massive flop, even though the budget was way higher, and they spent all this on all this like lighting tech and like trying to... There was something very wrong going on in the early 2000s with like early CG movies and TV, and it like it's aged so badly in a way that other stuff hasn't. So
the worst, and particularly Disney. Disney's early 3D animated stuff.
Yeah, we're talking Chicken Little, The Wild, like Meet the Robinsons and this kind of stuff, where it's like repulsive to look at, like actually like sickening to watch. It looks like previs now.
Yeah, but also like not only are these issues with those films just in appearance, but like their scripts are dog shit. Like Chicken Little as like a screenplay. Not only is it the ugliest movie ever made, but it's just poor. It's abysmal beyond belief.
Yeah, it's like worse than Illumination even, I would say.
Yeah.
Maybe about that level of some of that shit. No, it's like, everyone knows the story of Chicken Little. Let's Little Mermaid this. But hang on, Chicken Little is like what? It's like a little tiny... The sky is falling. No, it's not, you dumbass. You're a conspiracy theorist. That's like the original thing, pretty much. But it's like, nah, when Disney gets it, it's like, nah, actually, the sky really is falling, and Chicken Little, he's correct. And also Chicken Little looks like Paisley.
Oh my god.
Another ugly character to liken to my dog.
What is wrong with that dog? She looks like all the worst things.
Yeah.
Why are you being mean to her now? I thought she's your dog. I thought you loved her.
I do. I can make fun of how ugly she is, though.
Paisley.
When I go on walks and like it's like this pristine environment, and it's like the golden hour, and everything is amazing. And then I'm like, oh, Paige, come sit over here. Like just snapping all these pictures, and she just looks so fucked up. She looks like a pig, but she's a dog.
She looks worse than a pig. Pigs are generally pretty cute.
She looks like, it's true actually, she looks like a monster or something. She looks like a cryptid.
Yeah.
She looks like she just crawled out of a bog.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, she does look, what do you call it when something lives on land, and amphibious.
Yeah, she does look amphibious. And it's like normally, like with Augie, you have to like try to take a bad picture of him. No, absolutely true. Whereas Paisley's the exact inverse. Where like you have to really try to get a nice picture of her.
Yeah. Yeah, she's pretty ugly.
But anyway, Chicken Little, man. Chicken fucking.
Yeah, that's a movie I can speak on. You know, like it almost feels like a Family Guy episode at points, because the amount of times the movie just stops to play a song for like 5 minutes because they don't like they were like, well, we can't make the movie long enough. Just put a song here, put a song there, get another one in there.
You didn't make it to the end.
No, it's too infuriating.
There's a part where there's this pig character called Runt. Horrible character design. There's so much bad character design.
Yeah.
That pig Runt. He's like, it's like they forgot he was a character in the movie for the first hour, and then like in the last 20 minutes they're like, oh, we got to give Runt his like hero moment. He's like, he starts just singing like a pop song when he's like driving a car, but he's so like morbidly obese that he can't drive the car, so he's like he's like sticking his body in the window driving with his like body flailing out the window, and the ugly duck is like doing the pedals,
right?
And he does a big song and drives a car like triumphantly. I watched that scene like 5 or 6 times.
What the fuck? There's an actual worm. It's wiggling around. Where did that come from?
No idea, man.
Oh, look at it.
Oh. Maybe he finally came out.
Where did that come from?
It
What?
would have come from the plant.
It was right by my head.
Maybe he's trying to get to you now, bro.
Yeah, he's coming for me.
Oh, Christ. Like that. Ew. Oh, he's flailing, man. Oh.
Kill it.
No, I'll put him back in. Worm is out.
Okay. Where
The
were
end.
we?
But I was thinking about that through the whole film. I kept thinking, like, what if Runt like ate some chicken? I need James to see Runt.
I guess pigs do eat everything, though.
Yeah, they do. They would eat chicken.
Yeah.
But James, I want you to tell me what you think of this character design.
Yeah, my guy's huge.
That's one.
That's Runt, yeah.
He looks like he's from those fucking mobile games to make your ass huge.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
He does. Okay, but that's not it though, because there's the ugly duckling as well.
This might be the worst looking character from anything. Like, it's frightening. It's really
Yeah, that
scary
is
and
bad.
horrible.
They gave a duck buck teeth. Duck don't have teeth, man. What are you doing? Why are you doing that? And then they look like they try to make her like cute, and it's like the scariest thing you've ever seen.
Is it just because of the early animation? Because like zoom out and like get rid of her.
Get rid of her.
Yeah, look, there's like a 2D version down there.
This?
Yeah, which like kind of works. Like that in a movie. I mean, not a fan of the buck teeth. Buck teeth on a beak. Something ain't adding up.
Yeah. Like if the line work actually looked like this, it would be fine, and it would be like their forte, you know, like
Yeah.
2D animation. This one's pretty good.
Now where's Foxy Loxy?
Just gonna save that.
God. Oh my god. That's gonna be the thumbnail.
That's a pretty good thumbnail too.
Yeah, this is some horror shit, man.
But some of these characters, you can see, like, if they were designed in 2D, I could see it maybe working.
Yeah. Yeah. But it's like, it's similar with like Ice Age, you know? Like, Ice Age is a lot better than Chicken Little, but it looks like awful now.
Yeah. Especially that baby.
Oh my god, that baby.
That baby is... That baby's something else.
The Ice Age baby.
Ice Age baby.
But then it was making me go down this whole rabbit hole in my head of like, oh my god, this era of like animated film and TV was so appalling, you know? Jimmy Neutron.
Yeah.
And, like,
Jimmy Neutron.
and these character designs.
It kind of goes to Pixar's credit though. Because
That's the difference, because like you can... There are parts where the animation in The Incredibles looks aged as far as texture.
yeah.
But the quality of the animation and the expression and the storyboarding and of everything, the action's still really good. That can stand on its own. Whereas like if you took the exact movie, every frame of The Incredibles as it is now, and just put another layer of like rendering over it, it would still be a great movie. That still is a great movie. But if you did that with Chicken Little, it would still be an awful film.
You could have Chicken Little as like a gorgeous 2D animated movie, and like I was saying, that script is so poor that it's like,
yeah,
there's no way to make it work. Whereas like Pixar, they were held up by their like good ass ideas and
and like
fun
the
as hell.
worlds and stuff. No, but listen to how bad some of this stuff is like now in retrospect. Like Ice Age,
Fire.
the Magic Roundabout, Polar Express.
The Polar Express, amazing.
No, bro, that's like the king of scary shit.
Yeah, that's a terrifying movie.
It's funny, man.
I would say the Madagascar, the original one, incredibly ugly film.
Yeah.
You know,
Mad ugly.
Beowulf. Remember that?
Oh my god, yeah. I kind of want to watch that film again because it's like really scary.
Yeah, I bet it will have that weird uncanny Monster House.
What's Monster House?
You don't see that one? That had some like weird. It's just that kind of Monsters vs Aliens. You know, like where there was this obsession with like, oh, CG means we just got to make it like realistic, hyper realistic. We got to get the fur perfect. We got to get that ambient occlusion. You know,
Yeah,
all this
get the
bullshit.
in there.
Yeah, all this like annoying stuff. That's like you're just missing the forest for the trees. The whole point of this, man. But so say they say. But I barely said anything about the wild. But that's what is so crazy is that the wild is so bad that it actually was making me appreciate Madagascar 1. That's how bad it is.
I thought you loved Madagascar 1.
No, I've never gone to bat for 1.
You didn't see anything.
Well, there's the penguins, of course. That's a big one. It's such... The formula for this shit doesn't make any sense. Penguins, awesome, but only when they're attached to these 4, like, lame characters.
You're telling me Alex is lame?
Yes. But they literally do... They do the exact same thing as in Madagascar, where the film opens and they're, like, in a zoo, and the lion is the main character, and he's got a son, and the son gets, like, stolen. In New York.
Like
like the
Alex.
same as this is just the same.
It's like a combination of
too.
Madagascar 1 and 2, you know.
Interesting. Do you think The Wild inspired Madagascar 2? like The Wild copied Madagascar, and then Madagascar saw.
Because Madagascar 2 copied The Lion King.
Oh shit.
Yeah, but it's so wrong to the degree where, like, in Madagascar, right, it's not like genius or clever or anything really, but it's like it's so basic starting point level, right? There is some inherent drama to the main 2 characters being a lion and a zebra. One's predator, one's prey, right?
Yep.
The main 2 like equivalent like friendship main dynamic in the wild is the lion and a squirrel.
Right.
Like a New York squirrel. And Eddie Izzard is there playing a koala.
They got Eddie Izzard up in here?
You got Eddie Izzard, a British actor, to play a koala, which only exists in one place, which is Australia. And it's like, okay, you just wanted Eddie Izzard. But a Canada Goose shows up, and they have all, like, Canadian accents.
Right.
So it's like, why... Just get an Australian person.
Americans typically can't tell the difference between Australian and English accents.
Or Scottish, or Irish, or Welsh, or, Kiwi, or, any of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But overall, pretty good film. I'd give this a solid 7 out of 10. And I'd say, take your kids, you'll have a walloping time.
You'll have a wild time.
Sheesh. And now Disney should let me pay money. They let me, will pay more money.
Are you allowed to be paid by DreamWorks to talk about Madagascar all the time and Disney to talk about the wild?
You basically have to make your bed. And I've made my bed. I made my bed with the winner.
The champs.
The champion of the weirdly competitive field of animal, like a small group of animals getting lost in the jungle.
New York.
Movies. Yeah, escaping New York and then winding up in a jungle. Oh man. Oh my god. And yeah, actually, I just want to say this about Kung Fu Panda 4 because I'm upset.
Yeah.
I'm upset.
Why are you upset?
First off, they're doing like, this is the Avengers Endgame of Kung Fu Panda movies. Everyone is back. Kai Lang is back. I'm sure Gary Oldman Bird is back.
All the villains?
Yeah.
Right.
There's something like, the new villain who does look kind of cool is like a chameleon.
Okay.
A lizard thing.
Right.
Cool idea, and I guess it will have some kind of ability or something to like bring back people.
Does this mean Oogway's back?
No, because they already did that as well.
Oogway was back in the previous one. Yeah.
Yeah, you got to leave Oogway where he is. But the worst part to me is like, okay, Poe's had his arc. He's had his hero's journey. He's a master at the end, so now he has to go to being the like master character. So he has to have like an underling, an apprentice, who is Aquafina. very annoying, like voice actor person. I've heard she's good in one or two things. I haven't seen these things, but the things I have seen her in, The Little Mermaid, that other one,
The
sucks.
Four Ring.
Oh, the Curse of the Dingle Ring, or whatever. You know, that Marvel
Curse
movie.
Of the Dingle Ring, yeah.
Yeah. Where she kind of fit in there, to be honest.
She fit in a bit too well, though. You know, she's like too perfect for Marvel.
Yeah, it's like she escaped from a Marvel lab.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's like the apprentice, and the character design is one of my favorite things about those previous movies, and this one just looks like a super generic, like, furry bait character. Like, what? I thought you'd come with this whole kind of like really stylized, like, traditional Chinese type thing.
Mm.
And there's a part in the trailer where they like pick up a wanted poster with the Awkwafina character on it, and it's like stylized. And it's like, oh, that's kind of a cool design. But the way they translated that into 3D is like lame, boring.
Chicken licking type style, maybe.
Yeah.
I've not seen the trailer, so I can't speak on it. But I do have a question. Her name is Awkwafina.
Who the fuck knows, bro? I can't keep up with life no more.
Is she a Marvel water superhero?
What's her name?
Awkwafina.
Is that like two names, Awkwafina? Or is she like Drake?
She's an American actress and rapper.
She's a rapper?
Yeah, that's why she does that awesome rap in The Little Mermaid.
Oh, it's the scuttlebutt!
Pretty
She
funny.
was
man.
in Jumanji,
Nice.
Shang-Chi.
Oh, right, Nora Lum, known professionally as Awkwafina.
So she is like Drake.
Yeah. So I guess, yeah, that's her stage name, or whatever.
Let's go.
Nice.
Nice. We got Drake. So we pretty much have Drake in the new.
Well, Drake was in Ice Age.
Yeah, and Nicki Minaj.
Yeah.
Hey, Nicki Minaj, get over here, huh? Awesome movie.
So yeah, I'm trepidatious about that. Some things should just be left to bed. Maybe make a new thing.
Yeah, I mean, Kung Fu Panda died at Kung Fu Panda 3, in my opinion.
Agreed.
That shit kind
Agreed.
of shit all over my chest. Reeked.
Agreed. Fucking
Really,
agreed.
Yeah, really wasn't happy with that movie. Really let me down, actually.
Yeah.
You know, I was
Oh,
watching,
fucking
because
agreed.
like, I watched Kung Fu Panda 2 and I was like, wow, kind of fire as fuck the whole way. Watching Kung Fu Panda 3, I'm halfway in and I'm like, I could stop watching right now.
Yeah.
I've got a feeling Kung Fu Panda 4 is going to be like,
More like 3.
even more like 3 than 3, where I'm going to get like 10 minutes in and be like, nah, I'm
Don't
not
like
feeling
that.
it.
2 is a masterpiece.
2 is a masterpiece.
It's so good. We watched it last year, I think. Masterpiece.
Maybe longer ago.
What a fun villain. I think that's such a cool villain.
Yeah, but also his like story. Like
Poe's arc.
Poe's story interlinking with
Yeah, like
the
echoes each other.
baddies and like his arc from there, and it's just like, man, this is like, this is better than Star Wars, you know?
Yeah.
Better than the Jedi are back or whatever.
How would your saber sound? What kind of
Yeah,
saber
what
would
would
you
yours
pick,
saber do?
brother?
Oing, 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 oing. Bye, right.
Well, I guess you'll see after these Awkwafinas.
Yeah, get out of here. Go watch Awkwafina's new collab with Drake.
Bye, Bear Bear. Bye, Bear Bear.
I do declare, bye, Bear Bear.
Bear Bear shirts and mug available now. Check the description below.
Good afternoon, morning, evening, or night, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the second half of the Jar Media Podcast, episode 350.
Six.
Nice.
Do you ever,
Where we go to Reddit.
We go to Reddit and we submit.
We submit questions for you guys to ask at r/Jar Media.
What are you saying,
Go and
James?
answer our questions, please.
Like, surely the most like clout thing you can ever do is do a line of coke off the world's most expensive cigar.
Yeah. Do you want to do that next episode?
No.
Fuck this guy, man.
I'm
What's
just
happened
saying. Like surely I'm not the only person to think this.
The cigars do smell absolutely delicious.
They do smell really nice. It's
Let
a
me
shame.
smell it.
I haven't had one in a little while.
No, they don't smell like my little ciggies.
Shut up.
Don't tempt me, man. Don't tempt me.
I've got a little bit of a cold at the moment.
I have a sort of.
So my question for Reddit today is, what do you do when you have a cold? How do you put it to the side and carry on?
I'm going to throw it out to the community on this one.
I'm going to have to ask my favourite Jar Media fan.
You can't really do anything.
What do you mean?
You've probably got long COVID, given that you've had it.
I don't have COVID.
Long C.
Yeah, we can't say that. Alex, beep.
Beep. Why would you have a cold this long then? Why would you be ill this long?
My favourite Jar fan
Maybe
is
it's the flu.
Klopper 1558.
Yeah, I'm still trying to remember. I know Dream Awful 2142.
Tonios Welt.
Dream Awful 2142 always has just stuck in my mind.
Miniature Brownies.
I think they've unsubscribed though.
Oh, fuck.
So yeah, can't say that anymore. Beep Dream Awful 2142.
My favourite is the Irish person whose name I've mispronounced for fucking every episode, basically.
We got a letter about that.
We did. We got a letter and he called me out specifically.
Yeah, get right.
And I happened to be the one to open it. So, sorry, mate.
When did you start saying mate?
Well, we all say mate.
Hello, mate. I never say mate.
There was a point where I felt like I made the conscious effort to adopt mate.
Did it work?
I think British people have a problem with sounding cold already, especially when you have a voice like ours too. So I was trying to take a little bit of inspiration from my father's side of the family. I wasn't thinking about it like Brits. I was thinking about it like Kiwis. They say good day, mate, you know.
Good day, mate.
But obviously I can't be saying that unless
Unless you
gotta
adopt
earn
a
it,
whole...
you know.
Right, yeah, you need to adopt a whole other accent.
Exactly.
You need the rest to fill in around it.
Although I wish I could do that, like code switch between British accent and Kiwi accent.
Why can't you?
Seamlessly. I mean, I could. Like, I reckon 1 month in New Zealand I could do it.
Wow.
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 It's a certain word that Dad always said. Beer. Are you saying beer or are you saying bear? Could be either.
Don't matter.
Could be either. Who cares?
I mean, you're a switch.
Well, I mean, no, you're
Call of Duty Black.
Jar Media. No.
Oh, beep, beep, beep.
You already introduced it anyway.
The what? The
Yeah,
Jar
like
Media
4 times.
Reddit section show.
Yeah. We got some good ones here, so make sure you head over to the suggestions thread over there. No update on FNAF right now. /FNAF.
Has it been cancelled?
It was closed, but I think it might be open again.
Let's go.
Not sure. Who knows? But Carty Lover 84 is going to get this going here.
Party.
Would the Jar Boys ever consider getting a pet mouse each and then create a new segment called Mousekeeping?
That's not a bad idea.
I
Can't have mice though. 'cause
Only
the
if we
cat.
could like mutate them and do experiments on them.
Yeah. Get spare ears for James.
Hey, can we
Like
not talk
fuse a
about my ear?
mouse
This is
onto-
like an actual traumatic thing.
What is?
My ear.
Your ear?
Yeah.
Oh, because of the growing ears on mice thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Jim just referenced that and I said, let's not talk about my ear.
What about mice?
Well, I don't really want to keep a mice.
Really? We can stay here. Just let it loose, and if we get annoyed, just let Billy have it.
That's quite fucked up.
You can't make that work, can you?
You can.
If your mouse is loose, then you are letting Billy have it. You know.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, like, oops, I left the cage open.
That's pretty fucked up. Right?
It's really messed up.
So surely you need to start treating Paisley that way. If you leave the front door open, she goes.
I did. And if Billy wanted to kill and eat Paisley, I just would have had to accept that. But luckily, that didn't happen. Am I right?
Do you think you could buy any rodent and just like have Billy get along with it? Like not counting like a rabbit.
A capybara. What about one of them marmots that always be,
Yeah.
fronting up?
Yeah, they're quite intimidating. You gotta roll your shoulders forward a little bit more. Yeah. It's threatening. They have a threatening, like, stance.
It's about how small they are, and there's all those, like, videos of, like, it's just some, like, random Asian guy in, like, a field where he knows they are, and he just goes up to them, he's, like, pushing them. And they're just like...
Yeah, they always do that.
Yeah. No more.
Yeah. Stop.
Then he whips out a little snack for them, and they're like, all right, then.
Yeah.
I like them.
Awesome little creatures.
They're awesome.
I would have, like, an overwhelming urge, and this is, like... I wouldn't actually do this to people who want to, say mean things about me. But I'd want to, like, football pelt one, you know? Like, absolutely just...
Yeah, one of those intrusive thoughts,
Yeah, where you want to, like, really just...
There are a few animals I think that way about.
Cross the...
Okay, yeah, go down your list, bro.
What animals that, like, that I would never eviscerate in real life, but, like, I like imagining that, like...
You just have, like,
daydream
like a base urge to do it.
Okay, then tell me your list.
Rats.
Yeah.
See, I hard disagree though.
I think rats with, like, a lawnmower.
Do you know what?
Like that movie. I kick ass for the Lord.
The Dead Alive.
Yeah, I want to be like in a room full of rats with lawnmower.
Like an imagination, like daydream thing I'll often have is like imagining that we're in a world where like insects are massive, and it's like an alarm goes off because there's like a giant ant coming, and everyone's got to get their like
in their bunkers,
or get their like long sharp sticks or whatever.
Oh, it's like a hunt.
Yeah, because like you can't have this giant insect like walking around. You got to take it out.
How giant are we talking?
Like pretty enormous, but not too enormous where it's like they're ruling society. We still have our space, but
are we talking like a dog-sized ant would be a very big ant?
Oh, much bigger than that. I'm talking like
would it be able to fit
elephant-sized.
like through a front door?
Elephant-sized.
Elephant-sized, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it'd be like fighting mammoths. You're fighting big ants. You're hunting.
Yeah, although I think a big ant would have more protection.
Quite armoured,
Like
yeah. If you scale it up.
Yeah. It's going to have like big strong armour.
You'd have to like target weak points. You'd have to, yeah. I often think about that is, it was when I was reading about dragonflies, okay?
Right.
Because I think they're cool. And there was some fact about how they're like one of the most ruthless killers. But just because of how capable they are of navigating around. You know, they fly and they can just go like any direction like a helicopter.
Yeah, well, with more accuracy than a helicopter.
Yeah, more accuracy.
Like,
and then like what is hanging down below is like little grabby claws.
yeah, so you can just like rip shit apart.
Yeah. And of course they were enormous millions of years ago.
Yeah, but again, we're talking like dog-sized enormous. They weren't like the size of a bus.
They weren't the size of the bus, but they were enormous. Enormous to the point where it would like probably make you feel quite weird if you saw it in person, you know? Like really weird.
Yeah,
like,
well, I mean, seeing a big hornet makes me feel weird.
Yeah, it would be like that. And it's like, even a dog-sized dragonfly, one of those terrifying. In town is like,
I think
we got to deal with this.
I think there's a sweet spot with every living thing where if you make it like a specific size, within a specific size, it gets really scary.
Dogs.
Well, it's like a little tiny spider, right? Cute.
Yep.
Yeah. Fat
cute
eyes.
Yeah, cute little fat eyes running around, like proportions as well.
Yeah.
Help, but
little jumping spiders.
But then suddenly you increase it to like the size of my hand. Terrifying. Incredibly terrifying. But then when you go like dog-sized, really scary. But then like bigger than dog-sized, for some reason slightly less scary.
Yeah, as long as they're lumbering.
Yeah, there's something about like a part of what makes insects scary is their ability to
infiltrate.
To infiltrate, to be in a room with you without you knowing they're there.
Yeah,
that's
what's scary about snakes as well.
Yeah, So like a giant snake, like the
That
size
just
of
makes
a
it cooler.
train. Yeah, then it's kind of cool and not threatening.
Yeah, it's like, fuck.
Yeah,
But then snakes are never threatening. They're just kind of cool.
they're
cute.
incredibly threatening.
I like snakes. But it's like dogs. Dogs are never horrifying, no matter how big you make them.
Look at a wolf.
XL bully.
Yeah, that's just
they're
they're
pretty
just
horrifying.
XL bully's scary. Look
That's
at
just cool.
wolves. Wolves are. I didn't realize how big wolves.
Yeah,
were.
wolves are actually horrifying in size.
There's that crazy
Yeah.
TikTok guy.
Yeah. It wasn't
You've
until
probably
seeing his videos that I realized that they're not just dogs.
No.
They're like these. They are beasts.
Yeah,
That's like the Mother Nature, like what they actually are, and dogs are what we made them into
Yeah.
to make them coexist.
We
a little bit
we
easier.
libtarded wolves. We woke wolves. They're the woke wolves.
regarded.
The weak liberal wolves.
the weak liberal pug versus the strong conservative wolf. Oblivious Humor 6636 says, since you've all been on the internet for many years now, I'm interested in hearing your opinion on the dead internet theory. To put it simply, it proposes that in recent years, around 2016-2017, the majority of internet traffic and activity has largely been populated by bots, automation, and algorithms designed to emulate human activity with an aim to manipulate users into purchasing products or services from corporations. I personally believe the theory to be true to an extent, in that the internet definitely feels a lot different to how it did maybe 10 years ago. But the proposal that this is the work of one of several corporations working together to maliciously manipulate others does feel a bit over the top. Would like to hear your thoughts on this, since you touched upon similar things before. Also, I may have gotten some parts of the theory incorrect, but that's how I understand the theory to be. And Smutalt replied to that saying, can confirm, I'm a Russian bot made to instill gay and sinful thoughts.
I don't think it matters.
It's not if it matters, though. It's more just like, do you think there's some level of this going on?
There's definitely some level of it.
Yeah, it's obviously clear. If you look at Twitter now, bots are rampant with it. But realistically speaking, bots are nothing. So they take up no space because they are nothing. So like my day-to-day internet usage doesn't involve bots. So it doesn't make any difference if
But how do you know, though? I guess that's what like the theory is saying.
I don't talk to people.
You don't need to, though, for like the algorithms to be influenced by this kind of thing.
Well, do you think it's going to get to the point where, like, I mostly use the internet for content,
Mm-hmm.
right?
YouTube
like
videos,
YouTube and like stuff on Amazon Prime and stuff.
Yeah.
Do you think it's going to get to a point where like AI will be uploading YouTube videos?
Eventually, probably.
Where like someone has told this AI to just create these types
That's
of
what
videos.
Credible Cop's whole thing was about.
Basically, yeah. It's like an extreme, like synthetic version of that, like chase to figure out what the algorithm is, like what it's trending towards. Like, there's all these like metagames on metagames on metagames on metagames with like getting engagement on social media. Different styles of like thumbnails like trend in and out, and like, you know, because currently it's like the Mr. Beast like crazy overexposed like face with these like really high contrast colors,
Yeah.
and then like a vehicle or some weird eye-catching trick in the background or something. And yeah, I definitely think, I don't know, packaging it all into like a theory or a conspiracy theory, too simple, too clean.
Yeah.
I feel like it's more, you gotta follow Occam's razor and just go to the simplest explanations, often the true one, in that, I mean, as James was saying earlier, like all of this stuff is like profit motivated, and what is more profitable than figuring out algorithms that are able to basically farm engagement to a maximal degree, and obviously we're better at doing that than we were 10 years ago. And the more we learn about how brains work and reward systems and ways to keep people scrolling, then I'm sure it will get more intense. And I don't know if that's like an agreed thing, all these mega companies being like, yeah, we want to control all of this. But it's also true that it's just a fact that there are bots everywhere. Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, they're all absolutely swarmed with them. But yeah, I don't know if there's any. People just think everything's so like controlled. I think there's just way more chaos than that.
I think it is. It's controlled, but not by an identifiable like figurehead. You know, it's not like corporations grouping together. It's that all corporations get rewarded by doing the same thing.
Yeah.
So they all do the same thing.
Yeah, and they'll be like,
they're not gathering.
We saw with
meetings.
this tweak to the algorithm, we saw a 5% rise in this fucking metric, so we're going to start doing that now. And then they see engagement go up, and then to be competitive, all these other companies start shifting their algorithms in certain ways. We've seen it. It's why no like social media has any identity anymore. They all have the same feature set. They all have the same things they do, basically. Whereas there used to be a bit more distinction.
Yeah, I noticed Spotify has like TikTok now.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very weird. It's very
just
weird.
Unnecessary. It's like everything has to be one thing, and it's proof that we're going towards the joined brain where we get to like all be connected and control robot rhinos running through the
Human instrumentality.
Yeah, I haven't heard it referred to as the dead internet theory before. But
no,
it's
I've
an interesting concept, though.
No, I think that name is wrong, because when I think of the dead internet, I think of like Blade Runner and Cyberpunk. Their whole core
like a big
is based
EMP.
on an actual dead internet that you can't.
Yeah,
it's like lost to the ages. You know, not just bots being random.
Absolutely, yeah. That'd be crazy if that happened in our lifetime.
I think it is.
Some event like that like wipes digital records.
What would you do? What would you do if you're a new chance in life?
Would it be
what would you do?
Would it like reset all of credit and stuff?
Yeah, what would you do now, knowing that could happen?
There's nothing we can really do now. I feel like it would be chaos. Well, yeah,
I don't think it could happen though.
I think you underestimate just how far technology is going to go. That will be a point where
nothing is stored in one place.
Yeah, it's definitely not as simple as like Mr. Robot or Fight Club or any of these things.
Yeah, you can't just like find
one building and
this is where the internet is, and then like light it on fire. Oh shit, the internet's got
maybe like coordinated EMPs over like certain server farms or hubs or something. I don't know.
I don't even know how the internet works, man. Shit's crazy. Doesn't make sense. It's all like radio waves, right?
What?
Like Wi-Fi.
Oh, I see.
No, it's easy.
And you're like uploading and downloading information via radio waves.
I just picture like a brain. Million tendrils.
Yeah.
Well, you need to get rid of the lines. The lines at the bottom of the ocean. Just cut them, and then you basically destroy the internet.
Yeah, but those lines are just like connecting. But like, I don't know, man. It's crazy.
There's a lot of coordination required to pull that one off. Let's do this one from Zoe Zostar. Bear Mingers, mid-time listener, first-time commenter. Just wanted to share a little story with you. Just for context, I grew up in Scarborough, so naturally me and my friends spent a lot of our time at the seaside and formed a lot of good memories there. But now I'm living in Leeds and I haven't been home in a couple years, and I can't deny that I'm really missing home in the sea. Fast forward to the other night when I was on a walk, and it suddenly smelled very similar. It smelled very strongly of the beach we all used to hang out at, and I felt very nostalgic. Though as I kept walking I realised that the source of the smell was an overflowing drain leak out of a mix of rainwater, rubbish and human shit. I then made the horrible realization that the beach we used to go to was likely a dumping spot of raw sewage. So how do I cope with the fact all those fond memories are now tainted by a miasma of human shit? Anyway, thanks for reading, boys. I know it was a bit of a long one. Big fan of the cast. Bear.
I think it's probably a good thing that you've programmed yourself to respond to poo in a positive way.
Yeah, helpful. Poo good. Baby.
Poo and we combined.
Bird.
Well, you'd have to probably look up the beach you were on and 100% confirm it is indeed a poo site.
Yeah.
I'd say keep moving forward.
Yeah, I think
it would be poo and wee though.
Yeah, probably a little bit sick.
Sewage, some sick, some vomit.
As long as you didn't go in it, you're fine.
Yeah.
Oh, she went in it.
Might have tasted a bit when swimming in the
You'd
ocean.
swish in your mouth because you'd be like, oh, this is just natural sea salt.
Yeah, it's good for my skin. The salty ocean smell.
We've got 3 more here, guys.
3 more.
This one from Smutalt. Imagine this. You are attracted to women. Like you are now, emotionally and sexually. But they do not exist. They existed a long time ago, and no one knows what they look like. They have only a pretty good idea from the fossils, however. But they do not exist anymore. That means not only do you know there will never be any possibility of you having sex with one, but there's not even a possibility of you ever seeing one in real life. Everyone else, however, except for a very few, are not attracted to women. They're attracted to something else entirely. So in other words, you'll never find any porn anywhere on the internet, only non-sexual pictures of women. Everyone you've told about your attraction to women thinks it's disgusting. To relieve yourself, you get off on the non-sexual pictures of women, knowing it will never get any better. That's what life is like to me. I'm a degree 6 zoosexual, sexually and emotionally attracted to Tyrannosaurus and nothing else. Women don't even do it for me. I'm cursed to live my life in the misery that is the most powerful emotional fantasies will never even be close to coming true. Life is like hell to me. I'll never know true love.
That was a ride. I'm fucked up from that.
Cool.
What's a degree 5?
Huh?
They said degree 6 zoosexual.
It's the amount of screens your goon setup involves. So
Yeah.
a 6.
6
What's a degree 1?
One screen.
Degree 7?
7
7.
screens. it's like a 1-to-1 ratio, dude.
Or he's got the monitor at 6 degrees.
Maybe.
Well, I've
That's
seen
based,
it.
that
the
is such a
temperature.
small amount of degree. I don't think it'll be that. That's like
It might be.
But how would you get to that place
if there was no
if
women.
there are no women?
Well, yeah, but I mean, like hypothetically speaking, we're
Engaging with the hypothetical.
we're like just creating humans.
So just imagine there are like goon machines that people are just... if
Squirted
it's just
out,
dudes,
swapped out.
it's just a male-only society with like machines that just...
Machine women.
They can't look like women or have any features
No,
of
they're just like
women.
you
They're just a vending
walking-
machine. They're just like a flesh vending machine that you
You're
blow your
like-
load in.
You're drafted to get your load drawn. You walk in, fleshlight just goes sucks you dry, and then
And then
you're
it like
done.
births a little baby boy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that
in a
little baby
tube.
boy is you in this universe. And you would be gay. You know, how can you be attracted to
Well,
something
surely-
that you never
sure-
knew existed?
Surely, if you're getting blasted up by the machines, you wouldn't be gay. You'd just
Well, you'd be a
machine.
robosexual.
Yeah, you'd just be attracted to the
Yeah.
machine that sucks you dry.
Yeah, that's true.
But does that mean the degree 6 zoosexual in our world that is real? When they go to like the Natural History Museum and there's like a big Tyrannosaurus.
Yeah, it's like a strip club.
they're just there like drooling, like looking at the animatronic.
Boom,
I can fix you.
But this couldn't have existed prior to our knowledge of dinos, you know?
Yeah, I don't know where these things happen. It could be watching Madagascar, just a little bit too young.
Well, yeah, then you might have a thing for penguins, you know?
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, like, you couldn't be attracted to the kiwi bird as a thing if you lived in 17th century France. You know? You're not going to know that like... And then your brain isn't like, I'm just waiting for the one thing that I am attracted to. My body is just naturally attracted to this one thing. It's like, no.
How can you be... they specify sexually and emotionally attracted to. What do you mean emotionally attracted to? To a Tyrannosaurus?
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, this is a lie. This question isn't real.
bro, it's real.
It's not fucking real.
Bro, it's real.
Okay, get them on the cast. Let's confront them.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm right here. Okay, penultimate one here from Tyfling Afria. It's the same person who, you remember a few months ago they wrote this one in with all these like strangely placed emojis. So it makes it quite difficult to read. Bello Jar, I'm writing again with a little story time involving a pet name suggested by you. Yes, you. A friend of mine is going abroad, so he gave me 2 of his creepy crawlies. One is a tarantula, and the other is a tailless whip scorpion. They put like the genus names and stuff. I'm not reading that. My friend did not name these creatures, so it is up to me to name them. I want to name one of them R5ENZ, but I don't know which creature would best suit the name. What do you think? When I told my friend I was going to name one of them R5ENZ, he said that name makes 0 sense whatsoever. I said that was a reference from Jar Media, and him as well as my roommates told me that Jar Media is banned from discussion in the common area. Mostly kidding. Thoughts? #awesome.
The Scorpion. R5 Scorpion.
So it's what, a tarantula
or a scorpion called
or a
R5
scorpion?
I think the Scorpion.
You could.
I think the Scorpion.
What if you went like R5T and R5S? Like a production line.
What's it? But then, like, to get R5Z, you'd have to have like a zebra.
That's fine.
Yeah, but who has a zebra? It's like
Doesn't
illegal.
matter.
Well, it should be illegal to have a zebra. Or is it zebra?
I think it's actually zebra.
Oh God!
Unfortunately, it's like octopuses. It's not octopi.
Yeah. Who started that?
Some creep.
It's actually octopi. Actually.
It's actually octopuses. Nice.
That's a James Bond thing. Fucking
Octopussy.
bussy, octobussy galore.
Here's my octobussy. Shaken, not bloody fucked. One more, okay?
What was the question?
It was the name. Unless you added like a strong...
The Scorpion. R5Z. Scorpion
Yeah.
spelled with a Z. Scorpion.
Whereas I already gave my suggestions. So.
Yeah, you gave your digestion.
And I want to say on that comment, that was like downvoted quite a few times.
Because of the...
But I got to preface this with the question segment. Upvotes, downvotes make no difference to my vote.
Ooh.
I read them all. Sometimes,
See, that's what I mean. Alex controls Jar Media like it's a boot camp.
sometimes I'll go to the bottom first, to be honest. See what craziness is down there, what they're trying to hide.
But you've done that before,
what
and
the
we've had
people
some
hiding.
fucking really bad questions down there.
But also some beauty.
Was it the egg one? The egg question.
It's normally the human centipede ones that I will never screenshot.
There was one of them. Though. I've seen there's been one recently.
Oh yeah, he's there every week.
No, but the human centipede... The human centipede questions are not as bad as the one you've read.
The Brad Pitt dick cheese.
Yeah, is that one?
That's that same guy, yeah.
Is that so?
He just asked.
He's just changing like different. Okay, so you've done Brad Pitt and Margot Robbie's cheese. Let's do. So what do you think of Denzel Curry's dick cheese? Let's end on this one then from GG Noodles 1. And this is kind of thematic. It wraps up what we were talking about earlier with a nice little bow. What are Alex's thoughts on Blue Sky? They have epics such as Ice Age, Epic, and Rio.
Epic?
You remember Epic?
No.
It looks like it used to be such a common... It's annoying, I can't really say it anymore, that it like... Oh, that looks AI generated. That looks like a machine made that. Epic is one of those movies. 2013 film.
Oh.
Where like this, it doesn't look real. That looks like a CG, like an AI generation, doesn't it? The poster for Epic. Like, what is going on there?
It does look pretty epic.
It doesn't look. No one has seen it. It's
Yeah,
called
looks
Epic
fake as hell. They also did the Will Smith bird one.
Spies in Disguise.
What the? I'm a pigeon over here. You know?
Very weird. But this is what's crazy about this Epic, right? 2013 film, $100 million budget, grosses worldwide, $268 million.
Huh?
Someone's watching it, man.
Not just someone.
Colin
Everyone.
Farrell's in there, Josh Hutcherson,
What?
Amanda Seyfried. Nah, man. Personally, I think Blue Sky are terrible. I think they're really bad. The shit they make
Yeah, I
sucks.
started watching Spies in Disguise.
Oh, really? Where?
It's on Disney Plus, I think.
Oh, really? Must be in
Yeah.
the UK, like a... Oh, maybe they own. I don't even know who owns them.
Yeah, Disney
now.
might have them now. They probably
Gobbled
do.
them up.
Yeah. But yeah, awful. Really, really atrocious.
Oh, they were a subsidiary of 20th Century Fox, so they are owned by Disney
There
now.
you go.
Yeah. They got Rio, they got Ice Age, they got Rio 2, they got Ice Age 2, they got Ice Age 3, they got Ice Age 4, they got Ice Age 5. Nice.
Kind of fire. Ice Age was kind of fire because Woolly Mammoth got
Ray
Kinda cool.
Romano.
yeah.
Hey, I'm a fucking saber-tooth tiger over here.
Yeah, I love the saber-tooth tiger over here guy. He's fire.
Hey, I sort of like can't really swim nowadays.
I really like Sid the Sloth.
He's pretty fire. Yeah, Rio sucks except for will.i.am.
Huh? You think he's the good bit?
In Rio, yes. No, bro, you remember robots, don't you?
Yeah, robots fire.
Robots, yeah. That
Will,
had like a weird
will-
badunkadunk robot. That's like the only thing I remember.
Yeah, fucking fat ass, juicy ass robot. Where the
Yeah.
juicy robots at, huh?
Yeah, and there it is, Spies in Disguise.
robots.
And probably the best thing they've ever made is that Peanuts movie.
Peanuts movie.
Yeah.
Oh, they did the Peanuts movie
Mm.
with Snoop Dogg.
It was kind of the first one of these like Spider-Verse-y, like, hey, we're gonna play with the frame rate and
Look
make
like
it
a
actually
cartoon.
look cool. Make it look interesting and not like ugly and
Wow.
gross.
I didn't realize that was them.
Yeah. I didn't watch the whole thing, but what I saw from it was like, this is cute and appropriate and
Normal.
actually looks something that isn't epic. The movie epic, not that it isn't epic.
Ow,
The movie film epic.
Yeah, the film also known as Epic.
So, there's another epic one. Merry Christmas, having fun.
Yeah.
Yes, please. When Santa says ho ho ho, what does he mean?
He means hose.
Ho ho ho.
He loves.
He loves hoes. He loves
loves hoes.
3 hoes. Mandem's got 3 hoes. Ho ho ho.
Santa loves his
You've
ho-ohs.
got Ho Becca, Ho Rachel, and Ho
Ho
Jessica.
Jesus.
Hotep, my favourite character from Warhammer 2, Scorpion DLC.
Scorpion DLC.
I still need to keep playing Rogue Trader.
Booted up my Wii U. Booted up my Wii U. Because I need you. Oh, fuck. I think I've got quite an ugly nose.
Your nose is beautiful.
Oh.
Beautiful, 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 beautiful boy.
My ear is fucking so weird at the moment.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't be sat on the far left.
Why?
Because your right
Is that
ear
your deaf
is
ear?
fucked.
Well, I've got no choice. I'm not sitting there.
Come.
Like, it doesn't make any difference because I can still hear you. I think it's gone better, but it feels weird because it's all clungy at the moment.
Can you go to the Spanny and get me an Omni, please?
Yeah.